This is the download page to our simulator game Live the Life of a 2020 Teenager. The player has certain actions that increase or decrease an invisible percentage called risk. The purpose of this game is to teach people how to stay safe during this pandemic and also lower their exposure they may have had to the virus. It was very hard to create all of this due to our limited knowledge in coding, so I think this CharterHacks was a great way to learn and also inspire us to learn more.
So I'm here to quickly explain the HTML and CSS that we use to create our website. And so the first thing is we used a link up here in the head tag to combine them two, so we don't have to worry about embedding the styling into the HTML. And then we have the body tag, which has all the elements inside of it, and we've grouped our elements into 4 flex boxes. The first one is the heading at the top with a singular H1 element. Then we have the paragraph and image and the main text inside the second one, and then we have a third one which goes at the bottom with the logo, and then one for the button. We didn't originally plan on having a button. It was just supposed to open the applet in the website, but we were having troubles getting the applet to open like in the website because Google Chrome didn't really support it anymore. So anyway, we just decided to kind of make it into something that you can open on your own, and we made a download link with the button. And now I've given everything an ID so we can talk about it in the CSS, and that's how we changed the styling. So we've done things like added padding, so everything's a little bit more spaced out. And then in Flexbox 2, I added flex direction row and flex wrap no wrap, so that way the text and the image fit on the same line. And that's pretty much it for everything that we use to create our website.
So this right here is our programming. So this first part of our programming isn't too important. Basically what it does is just adding variables, which we'll use later on in the method. It's not too interesting. This next part is just how we add our buttons. They're all the same programming except for different numbers of buttons. This right here is how we change and remove buttons. So, but we ran into a problem here, which was if we didn't have the button on the screen, it wouldn't be deleted. So what we do, and it would also give us an error. So what we did, we just gave the buttons active states, and if they're active, they would be deleted during remove buttons. This next part here is the main body of the programming. This takes your current ID, and based on that, it displays different things. And right here, these are just comments that we use to organize our programming. If we go down here, this part is how we get that current ID. So based on your first current ID, which is always 0 when you press start, and your choice, we will return our next ID. So if we look over here, your first ID is 0, choice 1, then it'll be 1, and so on and so forth, like 3, choice 1, 4. So we have that for all of them. This next part right here is just us like showing an error if we have some sort of mistake during in this part of the program. This part of the coding is just how we give logic to the buttons. So whenever the button is pressed, then we'll call on find next action, which is just this. It will go through all this and find the next current ID. This right here is just how we display text. We use the method so that we can display the text in the exact middle of the screen, which you can see right here. This is how we get the center of the picture, which we'll use to display it in the center of the page. This part of the programming is just how we make multiple lines, because if the line was too long, it'll be cut off. So instead, we made multiple lines of string so that we'll be able to fit everything onto the screen. And yeah, that's basically all of our important programming.